Welcome to the top 10 covers of my collection, where we go through my collection and I show you my top 10 favorite covers with a lot of honorable mentions and possibly not even a top 10 list because, that's very hard to do, and how can you do that? Anyway, we're going to do Conan Mags. I like Conan Mags because I'm a man, and that's what we're going to do. So what I got here for you right now is the new Titan series of Savage Sword of Conan. It is a magazine collection. It is black and white. It is very cool. Here we have Savage Sword of Conan 3, Alex Horley cover. Super awesome. Love the coloring. Conan's going to battle this big werewolf type guy. It's a great story. Super cool. These kind of harken back to the original Savage Sword. I didn't get a trade dress on this one, which is kind of infuriating to me. It's Joe Jusko. But it's cool. They're in the mouth of a dang dragon thing. That's crazy. This isn't Neil Adams. This isn't Conan magazine omnibus, but this is where we're at. This is what we got. Here's another new Savage Sword of Conan. This is number 9. This is a Neil Adams. Isn't that cool? Neil Adams does good work. Thought I'd kind of show you a smattering. These are not really my favorite, but these are these cool Dan Brereton, Conan the Savage books from the 90s, 5 and 10, from 96. So those are cool. That's an art style. Neat. All right, I think we get into the magazine proper. Like I said, I'm just going to go through. I'm going to show y'all some of my favorites. It was about impossible to do a top 10. I was like, yeah, this is going to be easy. It wasn't. I couldn't do it, so I didn't even try. So really, these are just some of my favorites in the collection. I got a couple handfuls here, and we're just going to go to the go-go. This is a really cool 206. Color light on that one from 9 to 3. I don't know who did that. I'm an Earl Norham guy. This is really cool. Earl Norham is going to be a lot in here. I don't know if this is, I don't know. I should know. Bob Larkin does some good work, some kind of coloring like that. Jusko has some covers with coloring like that. I'm not sure who did that. Anyway, this is a really cool, kind of just your typical Earl Norham Conan cover. We got a beautiful babe on the ground. A lot of times, Conan rescuing said beautiful babe. This is 193, and it has these really cool lizard guys with a creepy in the background up on the throne. No head or anything. What's with that? Don't know. Anyway, Conan is not kind of the Arnold buff guy that Earl Norham makes him out to be, but that's fine. I got artist interpretation. This is one of the more well-known covers. I got 3 of them. Conan 192, Conan and a buxom beauty battle this gigantic shark. It's a really cool cover. And that's what we got. Conan 192. We should count these. So these are more the top 10, if you will. I'm not, Joe Jusko is a little hit or miss for me. This is a hit. This is a cool one. 144. It's a nice one. Conan After Hours. After you're done thieving and killing, what do? You hang out. I think this is a Dorian cover. Is that right? Yeah. These are really cool. These are like classical paintings that they remind me of something you'd see in a museum with the dramatic poses of the characters. And they're really well done. These are ones that look better in hand than they do on camera. All the light and the shadow, the 3D-ness of it. Super cool. That's Conan 155. This is a cool Joe Jusko, 159. Don't mess with that guy. You don't want to. You don't want none of this. It's got the cool earrings going on. Like I said, he's a little hit or miss for me. There's a hit. This is a cool one. Let's go. This one, I like decapitation covers. Earl Norham, 164. Guy in the background. That's where it came from. You lose, you lose, you lose. This is another Dorian 175. Very photorealistic. That guy. Anyway, figured I'd just kind of show off some very cool covers. If you're not into Conan, these could get you excited. I'm a little bit of a hipster, so I think this is hilarious, so I had to have it. Get things ironically. This is 69. Like, what the heck? The thing that does it, not only is he like leaping through the air with getting the tiger in the headlock, which isn't the first time that Conan has gotten an animal in a headlock, but the big background tiger is what really puts it over the edge. It's really something special. And that's from 1981. Let me go from the back of my pile. Oh yeah, this is top 10 worthy for me. Conan squaring off against these Frost Legion of the Dead. This is what I'm talking about. Number 39. Look at that. You don't want to read that? Like, come on. Super awesome. Breath breathing out there. Conan's always in the winter with no clothes on. A little bit cold. This one's on here because of the pink cover. Isn't that cool? This is Marvel Comics Super Special number 2. It's a wraparound. Let's look at all of it. It's from 1978. Earl Norm. It's another Conan thing to do, is just to battle a bunch of dudes. Usually like up kind of on a hill thing. All that craziness. Look at all that. Come on. Dang Pteranodon flying in. It's got everything. A Voodoo Mama Juju back there. Babe in bondage. Idols. Big vipers coming at you. Cobras. Mythical cities. Like, that's where it's at. Anywho, moving on. Because I like the pink cover on that one. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is a cool one. I like underwater stuff. Another cool Earl Norm battling a big underwater crab with a beautiful babe down at the bottom. And there's fish. I have stripes on them. That's super cool. How long can you hold your breath? Number 37. Well, when your goddess Crom, you learn to hold your breath. Because he is not going to help you. Ah, that's a cool one. This is another kind of like the shark cover. Like, good luck. But it's kind of like God of War before God of War, right? Just taking on these giant things. Savage Sword number 14. Great cover. 1976. Oh, excuse me. Don't close your paws. Don't close your monkey paws. All right, so before the Savage Sword series, we had Savage Tales. And this is a great Neil Adams cover. I think this is 5. We got Zabu and Kazar. Conan looking pretty cool. The dinos in the back. Little minions back there. Glowing eyes. Isn't that awesome? You don't want to read that? Come on. Super cool. I also like he's like grabbing his scruff almost. Maybe holding him back. Great. It's probably my most recent pickup here. I was looking for a nice copy of that one for a while. And again, these are a few of my covers. We're going to end kind of rightly here. More of the beginning of the series. This is a great John Buscema. Savage Tales number 3. I think in the original, that's not smoked out. But I think that's a great one. Conan's doing work on those binds. He's going to break out of that. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Kind of with him and Neil Adams went back and forth here in the early going. Is this very well, could be my favorite one. Savage Tales number 2. Look at that. Yeesh. Got him by the hair. You know what's coming. Axe is glistening, gleaming. He's already taking out all these fools. He's still holding on. Like, he's trying. It's not going to end well for you, guy. And honestly, what set me on the path, the path of Conan, none other than Savage Tales number 1. I saw this and I was like, holy crud. Look at that. Savage for sure. This is a big book because it's the first appearance of Man-Thing. It's just a very cool John Buscema painted cover. Isn't that great? I guess shout out to Boris Vallejo as well. There's some people that really enjoy his work. He's got some good stuff, but I just pulled out the stuff that was my favorite. So that's what you saw. More than 10, but I'm not gonna pare that down. I've showed 10 in some other videos, and I'll show 10 again. Well, plus honorable mentions, but this one I wasn't gonna pare down. But kind of the Savage Tales ones that I showed are very high up there, and then the other ones are just as fantastic. So, hey, thanks for joining me. I hope you like these. I hope if you're not into Conan, maybe you saw some of these covers and were like, oh, crud, like I gotta read all that, figure out what's going on there, because it's super cool stuff. I mean, how do you get away from this? Look at that. Let's go. All right, more books are on the way.